Alright, boys, the old Manticore and Deus too, both on 11-inch coils. You know, my testing and use suggests on these two models here on high conductive coins, all-terrain high conductor on the Manticore is the deepest on land where you can ground balance it, and the Deus 2 deep high conductor. Okay? So if you went into a site and one person who's real skilled using that detector and another skilled person's using that detector, what might have to be done to that detector to get it to keep up with that detector, the Manticore? See, on standalone targets, these machines are very close. I can't say which one's deeper necessarily. They're very close, but what about a mass target? Now remember what I'm saying here. You're running the machine for max depth, but you could come on a mass target that's somewhat shallower. For example, see that mercury down there? Silver. See that nail? In this video here, you're going to see me sweeping the coil. Just shy of under 8 inches. Just shy on average. Okay, I try to be fair with metal detectors. Now, two people could be using both of these machines. The Manticore user may strike this target from this sweep direction approach angle. See that? The Deus 2 man running deep high conductor could come over, and if he come up on that target like so, well, he would hear it too. And at the end of the video, you know, you might have two people say, oh, both machines saw all the targets. Well, that could be very misleading. Wonder if it was found the most difficult direction with the Manticore, for example. The Deus 2 man never walked up on it like that, never even checked it. So I'm going to show you both of these machines, you Deus 2 users looking for deep high conductive coins, and you want to get some unmasking separation around iron running deep high conductor at the same time. There's some things you have to do on this machine, unlike that mighty Manticore sitting there, okay? The Manticore is currently on. I've got an upper Ferris limit that's preset at 9. How about that? Speed 4. Okay? And I've currently, and I'll change this. I've got the machine discriminated over to 65. 65. Okay, so a zinc and penny might be a little shaky coming in there depending, but that's about where I'm setting. Zinc and penny range. For disc. Depth audio. You hear that machine is giving two-way signal. Let me noise cancel here again. Because I had these machines turned off and I had to go do something. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we got. Two-way signal. You see that? Remember, I'm at upper Ferris limit number 9. I'm going to mash the horseshoe button. Now that's an upper Ferris limit number 9. Now, we're going to take the discrimination back down to like notch out 0 through 4. That's about default setting on this machine. So if you were a Manticore user and you took this machine out sort of like it's set up stock, lower the speed to 4. Okay, you see the screen there. So all I did now is took out the discrimination. Horseshoe button is out. So I still have two-way signal, match the horseshoe button. So you got to hear that. You get to see that little tornado looking thing over there in that screen painting. Okay. I'm going to turn this camera off. We're going to fire this Deus2 up on that exact same thing right there. Okay, we've got this Deus2 11-inch coil, just like the Manticore deep high conductor. Reactivity number 1. I'm going to leave the discrimination at 9.0. No bottle cap, no notch. Okay. Silencer is at 1. That's the default set. And we're going to change that. Alright. Remember, no notch. Pitch tone selected. Oh, we're getting two-way signal, but look at that meter. I see 10 through 34 in that meter on sweeps. Now that's pitch tones. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. We're going to start notching. We're going to notch this thing over to about 75. Remember where I had that? I had that Manticore notched to about zinc and penny range, okay? Well, this is not zinc and penny range 75 on this machine. It's higher. It's more like 85, okay? So what do we get now? We got a one-way signal is all, okay? You hear that? One-way signal. Now I'm going to go ahead and go on up to 84. That's just shy of zinc and penny range. What happens? One-way signal. Manticore was given two-way signal on that. But now remember, I've got the silencer at 1. The Manticore was set at default upper Ferris limits number 9. And disclaimer here. I checked this machine at upper Ferris limits number 11, and I could hear that jibe on that machine. All right, so we're going to leave the notch as it is. We're going to lower the silencer to 0. Now what happens? Now I've got 88 in the window. And I've got two-way signal. Now 88 is that's a compromised ID on that dime, but that's still 89. That's a silver dime. All right, now that's silencer 0. Go back to silencer 1. Now we're back to a one-way signal. Okay, so you can be in the wild with this machine running a silencer of 1, and that Manticore could get on a target that you've missed with this detector, running it in silencer 1, okay? But remember this. Now let's go back in here. We're going to leave the disc at, we're going to lower the silencer back to 0. We're going to take the notch out of the machine. Remember, I showed the Manticore with no notch. Now we're at 0 silencer, no notch, speed 1. What do we get? Okay, so I get to see that 89 in the window. Raise the silencer back to 1. Now I'm back down to 0.9 and I see 20 in there, 34, 12. Now that's pitch tones, remember that. Let's just go to 5 tones. Now this is default 5 tones set up with a silencer of 1, speed 1. So you get to hear that. Alright, now we're going to go back and turn the silencer to 0 at default 5 tones. And I do see that high ID at times. But I also see that number 9 in there. Well, I'll put some more notch back in it. We'll just stop it at 47. What happens? See what it does to that meter? So you have to run notch to get a real good meter display on this machine per sweep of call on that scenario. Even silencer at 0, that notch helps. The Manticore doesn't need it. Now remember, that's on this scenario. There's no modern trash present here. Okay? So you all get a, you know, if you're looking to buy a detector or you're wanting to get better at using your detector, you can watch this video and it may give you some clues. Now, if we sweep from this direction, both models, there's no trouble at all. Okay, see how I'm approaching that dime and that nail? Okay, now, I won't show it in this video. Could I move that nail and maybe get the Manticore to give one-way signal and the Deus 2 won't hit it? I don't know. But there is a difference there. Silencer 1 underperforms. Upper Ferris limits 9 on that machine, all-terrain high conductor. On that scenario right there, okay? I hope you enjoyed.